I've had some interest in Argentine tango ever since seeing it. I'm not sure whether Tango Bar or the Tango Lesson were the first things, but they were among the first things that I saw that had Argentine tango to them. And although I knew, or do know, ballroom tango, Argentine tango seemed to have a more intimate and passionate style. When I first came across Argentine tango in New York City at a studio called Dance Manhattan, I had the opportunity to work with a couple of teachers, and they were interested in West Coast swing and I was interested in tango, so we traded some material. Although I didn't get the opportunity to use it much, I was hooked. I really, really like Argentine tango. And when I found that it was a wonderful dance to combine with West Coast swing, well, that's when my interest really blew up. I took a teacher by the name of Walter Perez from New York City, who's actually Argentine, on one of my dance vacations to South America. We had about 50 people, and we went on a cruise from Buenos Aires to Argentina, or Buenos Aires, Argentina to Santiago, Chile. And he taught throughout. He showed us for a few days around Buenos Aires and taught us. And I had a couple of weeks to work on some of my tango and even some of the skills of learning it. Now I've brought it back to the Dallas, Fort Worth area, and I'm teaching some workshops that combine Argentine tango and West Coast swing. What I've found about both Argentine tango and West Coast swing that is unique to other partnering dances is that at a very basic level, these dances teach you to relate to the music. And the goal of most people that have developed a passion for West Coast swing and Argentine tango is to have an intimate relationship not only with the music but with your partner, or with the dance to the music. Frequently as a ballroom instructor, although this by no means is the way it is throughout all of ballroom, I was teaching patterns and I was teaching routines that were interested in perfecting a style and perfecting a beauty of movement, but I wasn't taught or didn't get to the point where it was as well synchronized to the music as it is taught at a very early level for Argentine tango and West Coast swing. Frequently in ballroom it takes you a bit longer to get to where you are relating outside the general beat or phrase structure. That's one of the things, and it does connect back to social dancing and liking to go out and dance with lots of partners to lots of different kinds of music. I like to follow, and when I get into a leader's arms, I want to do the best at executing what he's asking of me and then embellish or enhance it to the best of my ability, making sure that anything that he can hear in the music, I can help him form or create those visual musical pictures. Argentine tango and West Coast swing to blues, to R&B, and to some very interesting jazzy types of tunes really allow this. And in also a smaller social environment, you don't need as large a dance floor to execute Argentine tango or West Coast swing as you need for a waltz. You can learn to scale down a waltz or a foxtrot, but Argentine tango and West Coast swing are actually danced as they've started as street dances. And even though we've applied some modern dance technique or classical dance techniques to these dances for enhancing or speeding up learning or form, they are street dances. And many of us that have come across them are interested in keeping them very, very social. That's what we mean by a street dance. They started in nightclubs, they've grown and evolved in nightclubs, And we want to keep them with that nightclub character rather than making them huge performance style dances, although they can also be worked that way. I love social dancing, and I hope that you do too. I think you can find that Argentine tango and West Coast swing make an absolutely wonderful union.